Parshas Voeschonon, page Yud Aleph Amud Gimel, and the top of the page, Drush Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu. And the concept of Yisrael is a concept that says Yisrael Allah b'machshava. The Yidden came up in thought. In other words, their level is from the level of the machshava of Hashem Yisborach, so to say. And when a person contemplates that Havaya Elokeinu, what is the concept of Shem Havaya? Shem Havaya is combined of four letters. The first letter is Yud. Yud symbolizes the smallest letter, and in actuality, we put a dot on a paper, it's already the letter Yud, it's already a letter. But when we look carefully in the way it's written down in the Sefer Torah and Tefillah Mezuzos, the letter Yud, each letter has inside the letter Yud. It starts off with Yud and then it continues to be whatever letter it is. So the letter of Yud is a concept of tzimtzum, confining. For example, when you have a great teacher that is much loftier, much greater than the student, in order for him to teach, the first step he needs to go is he needs to confine his thought. What is the idea, the point that he's trying to give to his student? Because otherwise he will overwhelm the student, and if he's going to give him the thought and understand the way he sees it, and the way he understands it, the person will be overwhelmed and he won't be able to get anything. So the first step is to confine it to the point that he wants to say it. That's symbolized with the letter Yud. So you have a tremendous understanding of this tremendous genius and a great Rav, and he's trying to bring this concept, but the first step that the Rav does is confine it completely to one point. What is the point he's trying to bring out? The next step is the letter Hey. Hey is already taken to a 3-dimension. He has the roof, and then he has the right side, then he has the left side, which symbolizes 3-dimensional. Which means that after he has the point, he wants to bring out what is the ideas that he wants to bring out. And he takes all the details that he wants to bring out. For example, if he wants to bring out the concept of Bittul, so first thing he confines the idea, he wants to teach about the concept of Bittul. So he confines the idea, the point he's trying to bring out, that the Yid has to be completely bottled to the Eibishter. And that's the only way a person can connect to Hashem. Then he has to come and says which details he wants to bring out. And then he brings out that when a person is completely bottled, that's only when godliness is sheira, the Lev Chochmah is a place where is the beginning is Chochmah is that's where he can really receive from the Eibishter. The Chochmah is Keachma, and therefore that's where he's really connecting to Hashem, etc., etc. As explained many places in Ma'amar Chassidus. After he has the point and he has the details he wants to bring out, he has to see how in actuality to bring it down. And this is the letter Vav. The letter Vav is, so to say, a line that connects from the highest point to the lowest point. It starts from the point of the teacher himself all the way how in practicality to explain to the person. And then the letter Hey symbolizes or the way he says it, or the way in practicality, the exact words he's going to say, the exact direction he's going to say, different ideas, different mishalim, how he's going to bring it out to the student. So this is generally speaking the way we talk about Yud Kei Vav Kei. The letter Yud is a concept of tzimtzum, confining. The letter Hey is spashtus, spreading that idea. The letter Vav is mamshich that idea down to the next level, and the level Hey is, so to say, unraveling it to bring this idea to the actual Mekabel. If you will, you can take it from the example of zipping a file. You take a folder, then you put the things that you want to put in the folder, and then you zip the file to send to somebody else, and then the other person can open the file and he can get them all the contents that's inside. So in Shem Havaya Yisrael, we're saying Havaya Elokeinu, that the Havaya, all the purpose is to be Elokeinu, to be our God, the level of Machshava Ilah, because the Yidden, Allah Machshava. That it should be the creation of the Yidden that were created from Machshava Ilah, which is much greater level than the level of Havaya Echad. Havaya Echad symbolizes the separate parts, and they all nullify. In other words, there is separate parts, and there is separation, but all of those separation are united and consider one thing. A person now cannot say, I'm Echad, between my toes and my nose, and one thing, because it's one thing, it's not something that is Echad. But when you have a separation which are different things, you have a different organization, all of them are one. The truth is in the person itself, since there are separate details after all said and done, the fingers and the toes and the nose and the ears, each one is a separate part. So technically speaking, you can say echad, even though it's all one thing. But the idea is that the more that's separated, the more you can say the word echad, that nevertheless it's one. But the more it's one thing, you can call it echad, because echad symbolizes separate parts which are connected to one. We'll continue Mitzvah Hashem tomorrow.